Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and a solemn, solemn evening here in Las Vegas after what happened yesterday. My heart goes out to anybody who was affected by this. You know, condolences from the bottom of our hearts here at the OMNI Trading Academy, live with Oscar. I don't know what to say. That was just horrible. I didn't sleep a wink last night. It happened right here in my town. I happen to know a couple of people that aren't coming home. Just horrible, but we must go on. You get up every day, you go out, you go to shopping malls, you go to movies, you go to concerts. You don't let these people scare you. Let's move forward. This video is being filmed on a Monday night for trading Tuesday, October 3rd, 2017. Traders, before we get into the topics on the board, you must know that futures trading is extremely risky, causes substantial financial losses, certainly not suitable for all traders. Markets are really getting active. You've got a $6,000 price NASDAQ. When it moves throughout the day, it moves. You've got to be really careful. Put stops in. Put them in first. Don't worry about slippage. A stop is your best friend. Now, let's find out why you might need them. We've got a green Omni for emini, S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell. And as much as I'd like to clap for that Omni, we'll just keep clapping down to a minimum in this video. ES and Russell booming ahead. NASDAQ will, not might, will follow them. You can't have Russell, ES, Transportation Average, Dow Jones Industrial Average, all booming through new highs, and NASDAQ not follow. So we are already long the NASDAQ this evening. We stayed long through Monday's close into Monday night's trading. For Tuesday, we're already long NASDAQ. That's how convinced the charts are telling me, and I'm telling you, NASDAQ will follow in suit and meet the Russell and the ES on this rally. On the other side of this, gold and crude lower, thank you to the dollar index. And I've got a great chart to show you on the dollar index. I think you're going to love this. It's only a possibility, but it's a good-looking one. Then we've got stocks. Now the stock market, green, NASDAQ, E-mini, S&P, Russell, I think all of them go up. CMG still looks terrible. I will still tell you to sell it short. There is something wrong with this company. It is broken. I told you this $100 ago. We've been lucky enough to catch a lot of the shorts. Sometimes we get filled, sometimes we don't as day traders. But we are looking to sell CMG Chipotle for tomorrow. Come on down to livewithoscar.com. Hang out with me in my free live trading room. And another stock, Granger Inc. Well, no, 10 days ago, 12 days ago, I showed you that as a debut. Look at that pretty one, GWW, doing well. So I'd like to show you some charts right now. OmniX, if you're coming out for Omni Camp in a couple of weeks, rock and roll, here we go. 2 weeks to go. Sorry I had to clap, but for you OmniX who are coming out, it's worth clapping for. I will see you here in Vegas. If you'd like to join them, there's one open seat here at my Omni Trading Academy. It's a little over 2 weeks from now. If you're thinking of coming out to Vegas, you better call me. Barring that, with no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Traders, the business has changed. Have you noticed? We are wholly electronic now. The traders that did this for a living, they do that no more. The market has become a level playing field. What does that mean? That means that analysis today works better than it's ever worked before. Do you know how to read a chart? If you don't know how to read a chart, if you'd like to learn how to read the charts better, a graph is absolutely the roadmap to where the market is going to go next. I am dubbed the chart whisperer from all the fans that follow me. If you would like to learn how to read these charts from the chart whisperer, come on down to livewithoscar.com. Join me in my free live trading room and I'll help you have a much better understanding of how the charts work and how to call the next move going forward. Traders, your first chart this evening, the E-mini S&P daily bar chart. Wonderful channel it's been in, defined in green, has been running up very nicely. Now a newer channel, more steep. Looks like it wants to run at least to the top of that channel. Fantastic analysis so far as the bulls are concerned for looking at E-mini S&P for day traders. We will be buying the dips for trading on Tuesday. Russell 2000. This is just, it's not parabolic yet, but boy, oh boy, is that starting to go. Now, I will say this. When the price of Russell was $1,200, I told my trading room that it needs to get to $2,500 before it levels out. And I stick to that. It is going there. At some point, well, actually $2,400, I'm sorry. $2,400 was my target I gave out several months ago for the Russell over some time, and boy, is that starting to go. I've got my reasoning behind that. If you'd like to know why, come on down to livewithoscar.com. Hang out with me in my free live trading room, and I'll explain why Russell needs to hit 2,400 at some point in our future. Russell 2000 on the weekly now. Remember this chart? If you're a video fan, I showed it to you 2 weeks ago and said if we can't get above the double top, it tops out. If we do, bull flag, and away we go. We did best the double top. The bull flag now projects much higher, and the Russell is going. So the analysis really does work. You just have to know when and how to call it. Looking at the NASDAQ, it is much lower than the S&P. It is much lower than the Russell. It doesn't look like the dollar index or anything that's starting to move up. It looks like it's been just wasting time going sideways. So, wow, I think this is going to blast off. I think this needs to catch up to the other ones. You've got transportation average, industrial average. You've got Russell and the emini S&P blasting through all the way up here. They would look like if this were the same chart. NASDAQ down here? I don't know about that. Gold, daily chart. When I showed you the break here, I told you it looked like it was going to get ugly. Then it got even uglier when it got below the 50-bar moving average, and we are still sellers of gold. Target of 1256 to 1252 coming soon. Interesting target in gold. Let's see what happens. This is short term here. And then you've got the weekly. Traders, once again, if you're video fans, I put this out in front of you about just over three weeks ago. We were right here at this bar, and it dropped. And I said, will this be recorded as a double top? Will history remember gold double topping right here and topping out? I sent it out on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else, this very chart, and did a video with you guys, and look what's happened so far. And we're still bearish gold, so wow. Now, gold going down, commodity. Crude oil. It had a nice run after the bull flag I showed you. Got above that 200-bar moving average and took off. But now it's back below the 200. And I kid you not, fund managers key off this 200-bar moving average. You're below it, getting back to the bottom of the flag. I think you will go down further. We're sellers of crude. So if we're selling gold and selling crude, then we should expect a stronger dollar. And here is your dollar index. Now, here's the one I said, it's a possibility, but it's a nice-looking one. I do not call the cup and handle very often. I know if you pick up Investors Business Daily on any weekend, they'll have 15 markets and cup and handles. I think that's ridiculous. But when they form, you need to spot them before they go. This looks like a pretty decent cup and a small handle for dollar index. Now, if I was showing you the whole chart, dollar index has been going down for quite some time. Finally to here, leveling out, and possibly a small cup and handle. The analysis looks bullish for dollar index tomorrow, and tomorrow's the only day we're worried about as far as trading gold and crude, but there's reasoning for possibility of the upside in dollar, which helps the argument for downside in crude and gold. Then we move to stocks. CMG, as bullish as I am in the stock market, I have been very bearish in CMG for a long time now. Everybody knows this. It's been one of my favorite stocks, and now you're falling out of the bottom of a bear flag. Like here, now we're here, and I say the likelihood is you continue lower, take out the stops below that day, whatever it was. You went below the flag, probably sell stops will end up there because you rallied to the top of the flag, hit the average, came back down, are now below the flag. An analyst like me says, uh-oh, signal to take out these stops and move lower. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it should happen soon. Traders live with Oscar.com. Come join me in my free live trading room, and I'll discuss these charts in detail. Traders, you've seen the charts. You've now got my technical reasoning why I think these guys go up, ES, NASDAQ, Russell, and the gamut, and why gold and crude should move lower, especially with that argument with the dollar index. If dollar proves out to be a cup and handle bottoming action, these two guys feel the weight and get bearish. Then you've got CMG. I don't care what that arrow says. CMG likely will come down, even if not tomorrow. It's got more downside. And GW double Granger looks like it's still strong. Traders live with Oscar.com. Come join me in my free live trading room. I will see you there. Remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do, in my opinion, to help keep those emotions at bay, and believe me, I know that's not easy. When you're trading, you got a position against you, keeping your emotions at bay. They go from your brain to your fingertips and you start changing orders. Try not to do that. Instead, say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Live with Oscar.com and people from Vegas, my heart goes out to you. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.